So you're thinking of moving to Waxhaw, North Carolina, and you're thinking to yourself, what is this gonna cost me? What are houses, taxes, food? Stay with me, we're gonna cover everything you need to know about the true cost of living right here in Waxhaw, North Carolina. Hi, I'm Mcintosh with eXp Realty. Welcome to another episode of the Carolina Salute, where we cover everything Charlotte, both north and south of the border. So if you're looking for that information, please hit the like and the subscribe button. Like I said, today we're covering the cost of living, and the first thing I'm gonna do is give you some comparison. I'd like to pick on New York City a little bit because it's the biggest metro on the East Coast that everyone knows. So stay tuned, come with me, and we're gonna cover everything you need to know about just how far your dollar is gonna go. Here I am gonna pick on New York City some, but the secret of this area is out. Every day I talk to people from the Northeast who are tired of spending their whole paycheck just to try and live. The cost of living difference between New York City and the Charlotte market is about 46% less to live here. That's incredible. But the paycheck difference, employers from the New York market, New York City market to the Charlotte market, there's only a 16% difference there. So you can keep the same job, come down here, maybe make a little less money in your paycheck, but you'll actually have more money every month to spend on life, on houses, on kids, on recreation. And that's some of the beauty of this part of the country, is the cost of living is still affordable. Still buy houses and cars and gas and cut the lights on. So that's some of the difference between, the Charlotte market. This is Waxhaw, and we sit just southwest of the city, straight out Providence Road. Welcome to our next stop. In this stop, we're gonna cover housing, which is usually everybody's biggest expense when they're moving to an area. And I'll pick on New York just one more time, and I'll quit picking on them, I promise. Hey, but the difference in housing, the housing cost difference between New York City and the Charlotte market is 50%. Now, it's gonna be maybe just less in Waxhaw because the average cost of a home in the New York City market was well over $1 million. And then here in Waxhaw, our median price is gonna be right at $660,000. Now, this area has seen incredible growth in the last few years, and we are going to continue this growth. At $660,000 of a median list price, that's 10% more than it was this month last year. What Waxhaw is kind of known for is a variety of houses and the opportunity to get a little more land. But I don't like to use an average most places. That's just what they gave me on nerdwallet.com when I looked up the price of housing in New York. Because when we get into Waxhaw, you've got incredible estate property with horses and equestrian styles done. You've got just simple community neighborhood that are just more house. And then like where I am right now, we've got this downtown area of some historic houses and some old houses, kind of craftsman, loads of charm done. If you wanted to redo a house, this downtown area might be an excellent choice for you. So let's talk about the variety of homes in Waxhaw. Right now, the most affordable listing is a 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,516 square feet, listed for $385,000, and that's gonna sit on 0.73 acres. You're gonna get a little bit of space there. The most expensive listing in Waxhaw right now is $3.24 million. This is a 4-bed, 6-bath, 13,176 square feet custom home, and that's gonna sit on 2.14 acres. So there you can really see the spread and the difference on homes here in Waxhaw. You can spend a little bit and have a nice home, still a nice area, incredible school systems, or you can buy a piece of property and build your dream home, forever home, have your horses in the yard. Lots of the area is zoned for that. It's kind of known for that and popular here. So that's all about the houses and the real estate here. Again, if you ever have any questions, reach out, give me a call or a text, an email. I'd love to hear from you. Welcome to this stop of our cost of living tour. I'm out at Town Creek Park here in Waxhaw. Pretty awesome place to bring your kids, have a good time. Walk on the Carolina Thread Trail there for as long as you'd like. Utilities, sometimes the hidden cost of moving. Maybe nobody really talks about it until all of a sudden you get the bill and you stare at your kids like, geez, cut the lights out, guys. They're not free, you know? It's that hidden cost. But the cost of power here in Union County in Waxhaw is really not bad. The cost of power here is gonna be 12 cents a kilowatt hour. The national average is 18 cents a kilowatt hour. So it's a real cost saving when you have to cut the lights on or the kids left them on all week. Your average bill here for Waxhaw is about $150. Now, if you live in a much larger home, then you're gonna have a much larger bill, but I think that goes without saying. Cable and internet here isn't bad. One thing with cable and internet is you're gonna wanna ask your neighbors when you move in, or we can ask as we're moving in and putting in offers is, hey, who has run the fiber lines in the neighborhood? Who's got the best service? All cable and internet is not the same throughout the area and throughout neighborhoods. Sometimes a different carrier has worse service than the other, and there's nothing worse than logging on to try to do something and you're frozen. So we'll check that. Cost here is gonna be between $50 and $200, and there is such a spread because it's gonna depend on what type of service you require. If you need crazy business enterprise speed, probably looking around $200 a month, and you should be able to get some cable and TV thrown in with that also. Now let's talk about water. Water's always a sore subject a lot of places. If you've caught some of my other videos, is water here has just gone up, but it's not crazy. If you're using about 5,000 gallons a month, which is what they like to run an average of for your cost generator, it's going to cost you almost $60 a month, and you're gonna have two set fees in there. You're gonna have a set water fee and a set sewer fee. So even if you were gone all month and didn't cut on your water, you're still gonna have some costs. So there you are for utilities. There's always some other hidden costs. We'll get into some more of those as y'all get here and we get serious about buying a home. But y'all stay with me, and I'll see you at the next spot as we continue to cover the cost of living in Waxhaw. So I'm here in Millbridge, a popular neighborhood here in Waxhaw. Might be one you want to check out if you're considering this area. I'm standing in just one of the little pocket parks that they've got, but I wanted to talk to you about taxes, which gets to be a big question on whether someone is going to consider this state versus another. Our property taxes here in Waxhaw are just under 1%, and our property taxes are going to be comprised of a county tax, which is just over 5%, and then a town tax, which is just over 3%, and combined, you're right under 1%. So not bad, especially if you see what they are in like Massachusetts or even some places in Texas, which is another popular destination. So big money savings there. The next piece for taxes that I want to talk to you about are going to be your income taxes. Now, most states, they never want to give you money back. Most governments are not going to all of a sudden just decide to take less taxes. But that's what North Carolina is doing. North Carolina has a gradual reduction of our income tax, and we're on a flat tax. So for this year, 2023, it was 4.5% flat tax. It's going to be in 2024, it's going to be 4.5%. In 2025, it's going to be 4.25%. And in 2026 and beyond, it's going to be 3.99%. Now, I'm no CPA, but that sounds like a lot of incredible savings as the state lowers our income tax and there's plans to take it lower as long as there's enough money in the general fund. So that is super cool. Also, when it comes to taxes and income tax, North Carolina doesn't tax military retirement, and North Carolina doesn't tax your Social Security benefit. So if you're coming out of some of these high tax areas, simply by moving, you get a pay raise. But what have y'all thought so far? Stay with me. We're going to continue our tour of our Waxhaw cost of living, and I'll see y'all at the next spot. Hey guys, thanks for staying with me on this stop. I want to talk to you about your child care option, daycare. Who's going to watch your children while you go to work? That is a serious question and one not to be taken lightly. And I wish I could tell you, hey, this is another opportunity for you to save loads of money here in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, but it's not. Childcare here, like almost everywhere in the country, has gotten to be incredibly expensive. Depending on the facilities you choose to take your children to between here and South Charlotte or downtown, you could pay anywhere from $1,200 a month, $2,500 a month. And there's only so many childcare facilities here in the Waxhaw city. There's not many, so odds are good you're gonna have to commute into the South Charlotte area to find one. Also, everywhere has full capacity. Issues are real here. So when you find out you're moving and you're gonna come to Waxhaw or Charlotte, or maybe you don't pick this area at all, something you've got to do is, as soon as you know you're moving, start calling the facilities and see who has space. In the area I live, a lot of parents, you ask them, hey, how'd you decide on X place to send your kids? And they'll tell you that's who had the first available space. So childcare is something you really have to work out, especially if you can line up, hey, where your home is, where your job is, and where your children's childcare is gonna be. So that's a little bit about childcare. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you about is just, hey, kids sports here in Waxhaw. Kids sports here are absolutely amazing. The Waxhaw Athletic Association here is absolutely incredible. You can check them out online. Just Google Waxhaw Athletic Association. They've got flag football, basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball, soccer, girls and boys, for just about all of it. They've got rec teams, they've got travel teams with multiple skill levels throughout the sports. So no matter where your child is, they should have a team to play on here. So they do an incredible job. Log on and check them out. I know it's like, hey, there's incredible homes. The schools here are incredible. In case you didn't know, Union County's got absolutely phenomenal schools. And there's great places for your kids to go play sports and be involved in the community and make friends. So stick with me as we round out our cost of living tour here in Waxhaw, and I'll see you at the next spot. Hey guys, welcome to this stop. We're gonna talk groceries. Probably one of the biggest hidden costs outside of utilities. When you look at moving and wondering, what's it gonna cost me to feed all these kids and fill the pantry? Your options here are gonna be Harris Teeter and Publix. A little bit further in, you'll find a Food Line. But let me tell you about this Harris Teeter. This place is amazing. It's just about all Harris Teeters are. You've got amazing hot food options. You've got cold food options. They've got a Starbucks. You can get sushi, bonus. They've got a wine bar. So while your wife walks around, or while your husband walks around to get groceries, you can have a glass of wine or a beer. Never seen anything like it. Harris Teeter is absolutely amazing. But let's talk about a few prices. I just walked out. I don't film inside anymore because I've been kicked out of 2 and it kind of just messes up my day. I don't like to get kicked out of place. Burger here for 93% lean is going to be almost $7 a pound, which isn't too bad. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts are going to be $4.89 a pound. Ribeye steaks, my favorite, are going to be between $15.99 and about $18.99 a pound, depending on bone in, bone out, and the quality of the steak that day. And then milk for the kids who seem to go through a bucket of cereal every morning. Your milk's going to be about $3.19 a gallon. So you're going to have Harris Teeter and Publix, and Food Line's going to be a name you see, and also sometimes you'll see Aldi within the Charlotte area. So there's your cost of living, guys, your cost of groceries. Thanks so much for staying with me, and again, thanks for watching another episode of the Carolina Salute. I look forward to hearing from you. Smash that subscribe button, and y'all have a good one.